Hello, hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Let's see which zodiac sign needs the next reading. Oh, got a little pen right there. All right, let's see. Leo, welcome back, Leo people and placements. Let's dive on in. Let's get you a quick tarot spread for Leo energies. Leo, you could be taking some time out. You can feel a little sad, down, out, trying to tap into clarity. You could be going through huge changes. You could feel a little unstable financially as well. Anything else for Leos? Could have air sign placements or be dealing with an air sign masculine. There could have been something about fights, some kind of jealousy, Five of Swords energy here. Some kind of confusion as a result of this. Seven of Cups energy. The Hermit in the reverse. So maybe you've been kind of spending too much of your energy elsewhere. And this is making you upset, or you're not investing in yourself. You could feel trapped, or you're not leaving something behind that you need to leave behind. You could feel disempowered as a result of this as well. You could be actually processing and leaving behind burdens. There's something about a change in perspective, something about opening up to new ideas or not being as defensive or guarded could help you as well. You might need to make crucial decisions about how to improve your finances in the future, and this could be what you're thinking about. This could be part of the burdens as well, or a way that you're moving beyond some kind of burdens. There could be something about communication or mindset or more clarity of thought. Yeah, there's something about your long-term stability that's on your mind. You want to get it rich, you want to strike it rich, you want to have stability. And how do we achieve that, and what decisions do we need to make? Leo energies. Two of Cups. Love could be involved or tied into this as well. Maybe a family situation. Leo's messages from their spirit team, guardians and guides for Leo placements. Silent night. Yeah, I was getting this kind of silence energy, almost like you're away from others. Let's see. Meditation, peace, and stillness. You're being guided to pause, to reevaluate your situation. Now is not a time to move forward with plans just yet. You may even find your goals coming to a complete standstill. I mean, we do have Saturn Neptune going retrograde in Aries in July. Something isn't working and you need this time to reassess your progress. I mean, retrogrades mean revision, re-envision, review, reevaluate, right? Before moving forward. You may even need to release your situation altogether and consider a new path to your desires. Silent Night offers further guidance. Take this time to meditate and find inner peace. You could be stuck in old repeating patterns that have created blind spots where your situation is concerned. Perhaps you have been investing in a situation that has not repaid you for some time, or maybe you've been given more than you have to offer, and it's time to cut your losses. Consider this pause a blessing and take this moment to shift your perspective. And we have the Hangman here in your future position. This could be regarding your work or job, daily routine, or reciprocity dynamics as well. This is definitely tied to something regarding like maybe a job though. Divination and signs. Winter offers a multitude of ways to practice divination. Puddles, frozen lakes, icicles are excellent surfaces for scrying or finding answers to your most burning questions. You can also ask for symbols from your guardian angels, make prayers to be shown the way, or being brought enlightenment every day. However, frost isn't the only place to look for signs. There are subtle cues everywhere. Cues, interesting. So maybe there's something about like proceeding along a certain path or certain steps. For those who are in tune with the universe, frost has come to your spread to let you know the signs you've been looking for all around. You are guided to have more awareness and to trust your ability to read them. Everyone is capable of being guided by inner spirit, but you block these capabilities when you doubt little things of wisdom that occur. If you see a butterfly and believe it a sign, then it is, especially because usually you're guided to look at something. The same goes for colors or words you hear throughout the day. Don't discredit yourself by ignoring things that feel a confirmation to you. It may seem silly to others, and that's okay. You're an illuminated soul and are guided by a force that transcends any lack of faith. This could be about real estate. This could be about family. This could be about shared finances, power, coming to a new, maybe something ending, rebirthing in your job as well. Leo, messages for Leo energies, messages of guidance, messages, trauma bond. So maybe there's something here about like talking too much or like a gossiper of some sort. Interesting. I didn't mean to grab this deck, but I guess I had to. Transpersonal. So maybe this isn't personal. Leo energies, watchers. Maybe you're being watched or something, or you're observing something. It looks like you're trying to like find your way, or you're like kind of tuning your compass, getting that clarity, that mental clarity. Limitless possibility here, especially regarding your job. Moving out of stagnation in your job or a leadership position, or maybe in romance or love. Grace and generosity here, interesting. So maybe there's something about that or those concepts in a general sense. And this will happen with luck and right time. You could be dealing with Sagittarius, new beginnings, moon maiden on the top. So that new moon in Cancer that happened, conjoining Jupiter now newly in Cancer as well, could be really impacting your chart in a powerful way. You could have powerful Cancer placements, or this could be in a general sense about your family, because everybody has Cancer somewhere in their chart, and it rules a house. So I want to pull you guys a white light. Leo energies, advice, guidance for Leo people and placements, messages from your spirit team. Bastet, interesting. Somebody else got Bastet today. We have Oracle of Chaldea, 37. This could be about communication in your relationships. Continue on your healing journey with enthusiasm, but without forcing things to happen more quickly than feel natural. Sometimes the body is ready to let go while the mind still holds on. At other times, the mind may need to be patient as the body, I want to say, reprocesses an experience. Trust in your own timing and rhythm. There's no need to be impatient or judge yourself. You're summoning the spiritual fortitude to tackle an issue that has previously held you back. When the time is right, the healing happens more easily than if you tried to push forward prematurely. Things are going to work out, be positive. This could be in your career, long-term aims or goals or structures. There are times when being present in the body and feeling our truth is challenging. We may be unsure of how to hold space for our emotional and psychological states. Humans are complex creatures, and the authentic healing journey requires us to have patience with ourselves. We need to know when it's safe to delve into a matter with full faith that even if things feel out of control, we are connected to a powerful, supportive spiritual network in our own wisdom, and that's enough to handle whatever arises. Even if we tremble somewhat during the process, we can imagine that the wounded self lives in a room in the mansion of our soul. When that room has not been entered in a long time, it may have been a scary place in our minds, a place to avoid. That is part of how humans protect themselves. Living in such a split, dependent state is not tenable forever, but for a time it serves a useful purpose, allowing us to build the strength and awareness we need to address the situation. We do what we can to grow and prepare to enter the room, open it, and rescue the beautiful aspect of our soul that's been waiting for such a time to come. Prepare for such a heroic healing moment. We can connect with our spiritual realms of light and as a source of love and strength. During such downtime with the divine, we can learn about ourselves beyond the wounded parts. While we know we have some healing to do, we also understand that alongside our vulnerability there is courage, wisdom, and confidence. By acknowledging our wounds, we also affirm our strengths. We ready ourselves to take our next steps. The Chaldean is the devotee of the light of spirit. When the Oracle of Chaldea comes to you, it is encouragement to rely on the light, embrace practices that help you feel connected to the light, grow your trust in the spirit within. This is not about ignoring where you need healing. It is about knowing at a deep level that you are love guided, spiritually guided, divinely held, worthy, and capable of healing. I'm hearing ASMR in my head, so maybe you're listening to that, or like rain sounds. As you trust in the spiritual light within you and the connection to the spiritual world increases, so too will your readiness to acknowledge and engage with that which needs healing. You'll feel safe and supported and ready to move on. You may feel your relationship with spirit is already strong enough to support such a process. In this case, the oracle is an encouragement to embrace your readiness and allow for the grace of your spiritual journey to expand into all areas of your life. This oracle augurs a spiritual growth, spurred forward leap on your path of healing and awakening. It is a reminder that no matter how large a challenge may loom, you can continue to grow your spiritual connection, so it is always more powerful than anything else. If anything, challenges serve to kind of unlock certain gifts and allow a lot of people with squares in their birth chart tend to go through challenges, but these are actually give them talents that people who maybe might have had planets that were in easier aspects never had the ability to cultivate, right? So this could be in finance, self-worth, self-value, and the ability to attract finances towards yourself as well. Alrighty, let's get you some juicy messages before we close this sucker out. New beginnings, new starts, Leo energy, messages from your spirit team. Guardians and guides, angels, Jesus for Leo energies, people and placements. Messages for Leo energies. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Leo, any last messages? Maybe you're studying synastry with you and somebody. Or you're studying your compatibility with this person. We have Uttara Ashada, so Sagittarius, Nakshatra. We have false twin flame. It was in the reverse, so take it as you wish. Don't waste your time. So maybe this is a false twin flame. We have let go of naggers. So if somebody has been judging or criticizing you, they are jealous of your hair. Maybe you have nice hair. Mad because you're not willing to downgrade. Don't dwell with anyone you can't afford to waste time on / presence. Make executive decision. We have you inspired them by giving up on them. Interesting. We have misery loves company. So somebody here is quite pessimistic. Your silence is loud. So maybe there's something about silence here in general. They are greedy and will kill you for money. They were trying to rob you. And we have faith in the universe. So you're being protected and guided for sure. Have a vision for your life. We have put the burdens of others down. We have impressed. We have don't underestimate your potential. We have not all men want a slave. Interesting. So maybe somebody likes women with a bit of like cattiness. I just heard leading with light. Don't let them hold you back. We have study your Pluto aspects. We have supportive person. I just released a video on my astrology transits playlist about Pluto and Aquarius and Uranus and Gemini, which will be quickly moving into Gemini soon. So if you're curious, check it out. You'll always find a way to win. Supportive person, interesting. And we have don't let people know you have money. I think Anna Nicole Smith said something about that as well, trying to make you insecure and hurting. And we have bad deal. So maybe there's like a bad deal, or you're avoiding a bad deal or something like that. Didn't even notice these cards were out. We have Tantra of 639 hertz. I feel kind of called to check it out. It's 18. Okay. Be open to that which seems unfamiliar or different. You will experience a breakthrough as you embrace an unusual approach. You are on a soul path. I don't know why I said road. Maybe you're going on a road trip of accelerated spiritual growth, which is swifter but not always easier. You don't have to contrive your own happiness, but you can dip into the bliss within your body to lighten the mental state and remind yourself everything's working out beautifully. Page 1113 or 11.3. Tantra is a conscious, creative intermingling of the sacred masculine, sacred feminine that dwells within every human heart. When one chooses to honor the interplay of these sacred energies, we become able to engage with the mysteries of our life and respond creatively. Tantra is a refusal to turn away from our life experiences, even the painful ones, because you recognize with wisdom spiritual growth emerges from all things. Tantra is the willingness of your heart to thoroughly embrace that which might be difficult or different to what we expect. And through such open-minded, open-hearted engagement, discover the capacity for love and become wise. Tantra is a sacred relationship of the spirit and the body which creates the soul, and its precious gifts of healing, creativity, love, and higher consciousness. The frequency of 639 hertz evokes unity. It moves beneath the conflict and grounds us in simplicity, connection, and love. When Tantra of 639 hertz is in a reading, soul connections, whether twin flames, soulmates, spirit guides, or soul tribes, are especially significant to our spiritual growth. This frequency enhances the capacity for conscious and healing interaction between those who have been at odds. It is a loving cosmic bliss bomb which breaks the toxic grip of ego and facilitates soulful connection and karmic healing. If you've been working through a relationship issue, this oracle brings good news for healing and resolution. This frequency also clears and strengthens the energy flow through the inner systems of the body, promoting cellular renewal. The heart healing brought by this frequency heightens our spiritual awareness. We can navigate in both our relationships and environments with more discernment and skill. We can't control our environments. We can work to become masterful of our own energy. This oracle brings reassurance, and this frequency reestablishes our connection to the spiritual realms of love, light, sacred healing, beauty. It is a sublime frequency of ecstatic serenity. These beautiful energies can enter our field and create a movable spiritual feast on which we nourish, support, protect, and shelter us, no matter the environment we may be moving through. The Oracle of Tantra 639 hertz asks you to allow connection. Do not zone out or turn away from what's happening, even when painful. Be gentle with yourself, but persistent on your path. If you cannot proceed along a certain course, find another way, but don't abandon your dreams. Be receptive, yet also determined and dynamic. If you have been worrying about a situation, this Oracle advises you're working your way through it. Whatever support you need shall be provided to you, and you are further along when you realize the highest divine outcome is already being woven through your soul and into your experience. Things may not go to plan, but they're still going to work out. This could be about relationships, dating life, or romance, Leo energy. Alrighty, let's get you some extra tea leaf messages. Leo energies. Someone new could be entering your life, or somebody did in the past. You could be having sorrow over a loss. Maybe there was some kind of greed in this situation, or a pig could have been relevant here. This could also be something about abundance as well, in a sense, maybe. Tell me more, Leo. Somebody may be with darker hair, darker complexion, or features, or either just like a darker personality. There's definitely something new here. You're on the right path regarding something new. Increase material wealth or spiritual growth is here as well. Financial pinch. Tell me more, Leo. You could have dated someone that you worked with. Even if you think something's unsuccessful, don't back down. You might be taking actions at this time on opportunities. These could be hidden from you. Paying attention to your work could be important. There's something about like... let's pull one of these. Did we already get one? Yes, I don't know if we did actually. No, I don't see one. All right, messages for Leo guidance, messages from their spirit team for Leo energies. In your bag. Wow, inner child. So focusing on the bag, money. Interesting. Let's see. New job. So, yeah, they were telling me to open this page. They're like, you can't skip this card. You have to read it. So you could be getting a new job, side hustle, physical gift, direct deposit hits. This card means there's an opportunity to make money. The universe is dropping hints about where you thrive and money matters, and where you can make the greatest return on your efforts. It's up to you to take opportunities that present themselves. This could be new contracts, relationships. Alrighty. I don't know if I pulled one of these. Leo energies, guidance. Fawn in the reverse. So maybe this is not a time to be like too kind of Bambi-like. Yeah, shape-shifting. Interesting. Apothecary cabinet. So you could be like learning skills. Let's see. Leo's message of advice and guidance for Leos. Wow. Black cat, independence, fox, cunning. Caution in the reverse. So I'm getting throw caution to the wind type vibes. Tenacity. Interesting. Messages for Leo energies. Okay, it's important you see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can do so before you engage in behaviors you regret later. You are so loved, so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing, and that's all that counts right now. Humility is called for now as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have hit rock bottom. What is required now is nothing less than total surrender, and then you will be blessed. This could be regarding like sex, intimacy, power dynamics. Let's get you a Kali card. Messages of importance for Leo energy from your spirit team, guardians, guides, and angels. Anahata Kali, okay. Something about Virgo energy or Gemini energy, your work, your job. Beautiful, powerful mother of the sacred universal heart who lives within our hearts as the wisdom and healing power of love. Your heart knows how to heal and how to open and how to break free and repair itself to become stronger and wiser than before. Your heart cannot be contained or constrained by what has taken place. Your heart wisdom and empowerment are growing, and soon you will have the wisdom and courage to accomplish something very important for your soul journey. Trust in the invisible workings of the divine love. Let your heart be at peace. The journey of the soul is the soul is the journey from the head to the heart. Anahata is a Sanskrit name for the heart chakra. Anahata Kali is the goddess who secures the awakening, transformational liberation of the heart. Love is her expression. When Kali Ma touches the heart, it becomes capable of love that is increasingly unconditional, fearless, and compassionate. Such empowerments often manifest through loss or betrayal. In responding to such challenges, we grow our heart's capacity for love, processing, and healing emotions like grief, betrayal, or anger. Our heart becomes stronger through the process, and the human heart is capable of overcoming enormous negativity. It is an astonishingly powerful and beautiful temple of spirit. We can underestimate the extraordinary power of the heart by focusing on its sweetness, love, and light as though they were weaker than anger, fear, or consuming intensity of grief. We can only begin to understand the spiritual worlds and how they operate when we let go of the human perspective. As a human believes that the heavier and denser something is, the more powerful it is. A heavy emotion like anger or physical situations that appear gridlocked are given more weight than the intangible realms of spirit. Yet spirit is behind all things and on all things. Being invisible does not impede the effectiveness of anything, it enhances it. For something so seemingly invisible, love has unconquerable power. We affirm this in expressions like love can move mountains, or love always finds a way. Yet we are conditioned to believe that there is more power in what we can see and control rather than the spiritual power of love. Such conditioning pulls us away from the heart connection and into the fear-based belief system that we need to control things or there will be no benefit, safety, no happiness, or however, we can never be safe if we are disconnected from spiritual home of the heart where all healing, wisdom, true guidance, and spiritual protection and regenerating vitality resides. The backlog of emotional pain stored in our hearts can sometimes cause us to shut down, even when we know that in closing down our hearts we lose out on love's joy and wisdom. We may go through motions of living without the real emotional juice and revitalizing engagement with life. Kali Anahata brings a message from the Divine Mother that she is supporting you in healing your heart. She wants you to connect to it in more profound joy in life. As you trust yourself and trust in her, you can heal even long-term karmic scars. You can learn to return to love, to be in love, to live in love, and within your ever-beautiful heart. Those who live from the heart space, it can be hard to remember. Okay, we're going to skip to Kali Kapali because it's really calling me and it's on the top of your deck. And I feel like I've kind of covered that card in depth. Kali Kapali, she who wears the mala of skulls around her neck will never abandon you. She will be with you always, lifetime after lifetime, in unending tenderness and devotion, conquering that which alienates you from your truth and creative power. Trust in the effectiveness of your prayers and requests for assistance. Have confidence in divine intervention. No matter how dire things may seem, you shall transform a negative experience into a positive one that honors your soul. Alrighty, well, Let's see if we have any extra last juicy messages for our Leos. Calling upon your angels or working with angels, like angelic magic, angelic affirmations, things like that could be helpful. Calling on prayers, etc. Your father/grandfather is proud of you. Commissioned art or commission, yes, maybe you're commissioning art, or maybe you're the artist who's being commissioned. Spiritually protected. So maybe you're like what you're commissioning is also protected. Curse is ill intention on your name. We have you're going to be on your shit. So maybe you're like becoming more focused. They're watching you. So maybe people are. I think we got the Watcher's card in your reading. Coming to you with their hand out, and we have end it with grace. So there's something about like being operating from like a diplomatic standpoint. Let's get you last actions, most important steps for Leo at this time. Letting go of maybe somebody you were working with or something you were tied in. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles. Focus on slowly but surely building your abundance and long-term security. And maybe you need to pull away from people or kind of get that insight as well. You could also have protection from a powerful friend, or maybe this is somebody that you're relying on or like getting insight from. Let's get you an Egyptian. Leo energies. Last messages. Wholeness. Yeah, there's something about your words. God thought was there, or thought, the word where the word thought comes from. Completeness. Yeah. Interesting. So there's something about taking like maybe a more innovative approach, not taking the regular approach that you normally would. Maybe there's something about trying something new here as well. I'm not sure if we pulled one of these. Leo's energy, guidance, messages. Snowdrop and Mandrake. Interesting. Mistletoe. Pine. Pine, the strength of pine is not just in longevity and evergreen nature, but also in protective, peaceful properties. At the same time, it's also known for courage and endurance as it withstands the long cold. The Iroquois believe the white pine is the tree of peace, and in Japan, pine is hung over the entrance of the home to invite joy. Pine needles are burned to remove negative energy, and pine cones can be buried to invite health and creativity. Whenever you find your home is in need of a good, energetic, physical cleaning, turn to pine. Using a branch to sweep floors and windowsills, collecting stagnant energy or negativity that might have entered there or gathered there. Interesting. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little reading. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal reading using the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.